Hey guys, this episode we got Joe Rivas and Stu Wilson back, and we're gonna call a bunch of people, call our friends, and just try to have some fun with this episode. And that's coming up shortly. If you want to support the podcast, please like, rate, review, subscribe, spread the word to all your friends and anyone who you think may enjoy this. You can also go to patreon.com/185 miles south and become a Patreon. Hook it up with $1, $3, $5, whatever you can do. That stuff goes a long way in supporting the show. You can also go to paypal.me/185 miles south and donate that way. Thank you guys for all the support. It is much appreciated. And on with the show.
185 miles south. A hardcore punk rock podcast.
All right. So this week, what we're trying to do is we're trying to document a weird 5 years of Nardcore that most people don't know about. What?
Isn't that the next one?
Oh, that's the next one. This episode is going to be another fun episode with Joe, Stu, and myself.
Favorites.
Yeah, my Nardcore buddies. No, that one we can keep on.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll edit this stuff once I get 100 Patreons, like I tell everyone. But yeah, we're just gonna have some fun and call a bunch of dudes that we love that are from the scene or that were our friends, and get them on and get a little bit of their story, or they can sing whatever they want, or they can do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah.
Just giving some dudes some shine that we love. Who do you guys want to start with? Do we need to do Ray first because he's East Coast?
Yeah. We want to start with Ray?
Let's do Ray.
Sure.
I told him, I sent him your number.
Okay, but I think that aren't we doing yours now? Oh wait, I forgot. I gotta try to connect.
I thought you did try already.
Yeah. See, not connected. Not
Dead
connected.
error.
I know. Yeah. God damn it. Yeah, it's not going for some reason. I don't know why. Like my fucking phone cannot connect this thing. Let me reboot.
All right.
Joe coming through with that expert advice. Turn it off and turn it back on.
Yeah, dude.
That's how you fix electronics.
IT magic right there.
Yeah. But yeah, let's do this. Let's call Ray Crevice, huh?
All right.
Let me see.
I messaged him, so hopefully he's going to answer here.
Yeah, got everyone here. Oh, look at that. I have him listed as Ray Crevice as a sign of respect, and Joe sent him through as Why Me. That's some shit. I thought you guys were bros.
Yeah, not cool, dude.
That's fucked.
Well, it was on the list. It was like there was two of them. It was why me.
He's
and
listed
Ray.
twice.
Yeah.
There we go.
Come on, Ray.
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, we're trying to search for Sir Raymond Crevice.
This is him.
Hey, what up, Ray?
Ray.
You're on the pod with myself and Stu from Omega Point.
What up?
And also the legend Joe Rivas.
Rad.
What's up, Ray?
Hey, so how's everyone doing, man? You guys been doing pretty good?
Yeah, man.
We're good. Just had a burrito taste test right now.
Yeah.
Taco de Mexico and burrito de Mexico.
Yeah, what's the best burrito in Oxnard, Ray?
Well, I'd say it's TVM.
That's right.
Which
Off
location?
The man.
Which location?
Well, the old school one, man, on would be 5th Street or something.
7th, right?
It's on 5th.
The 5th?
He's saying the fifth one,
Yeah.
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 That's a good choice. So, Ray, did you grow up
Man,
there?
I tell you, man, And when I moved out of California, I went through burrito withdrawal, man.
Do they have someone that attempts it out there? You're in Florida, right?
No.
Where
No,
you at?
I'm in West Virginia, Parkersburg, West Virginia. There is, but it's like the closest real taco shack burrito. It's about a 40-minute drive. But I don't know. Here originally, man, like they'd give you like a fork with every burrito. And one day I just broke down and had like this potion, like an emotion, like breakdown. Like, hey man, I need a burrito with everything in it. You know, can you do that?
Yeah. I was in. I'm trying to think where we were in Pennsylvania. We were in Uniontown, Pennsylvania, which is like pretty close to the West Virginia border. And I went and got Mexican food, and it was terrible. Like, and I'm not picky. I'm not one of those guys that's like, oh, pizza from there sucks. Like, pizza's always pretty good.
Yeah.
You know, like, what's a bad pizza? Like a C? You know, but this is like level F food. You know, like
white rice and baked beans.
Yeah, like it's like I mean, it was edible, but it was like it made you think Chipotle was authentic. You know, like
that sucks.
I can't wait to get back and eat Chipotle. You know,
yeah, dude. It's definitely not spicy. It's pretty bland. You know, if you buy a burrito, like all the stuff's outside the burrito, and maybe the steak and cheese is inside of it or something. You know.
What? That's crazy.
It's big, you know. It's weird, man.
Maybe that's an opportunity for you, though, Ray. You got to start a burrito spot.
Save people.
Yeah, or like
save 'em.
yeah, dude, for real. I mean, like, is there any sort of food truck stuff out there at all?
I haven't seen any. Well, there is. There's a Filipino food truck out here.
Oh, see, that's all
I
right.
haven't had anything from it.
But is it popular?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about, dude.
Yeah.
Burrito food truck. If you could get away with doing a burrito food truck, you'd be styling.
Oh yeah, like Mom and Pop's Tacos in Ventura is like fire, dude.
Yeah.
People love it.
Yeah. You just got to get that recipe. You just got to slip a hundo next time you're back in Nard to Taco Day.
Yeah.
Say, what's that bean recipe, fool?
Hook it up.
But, hey, Ray, did you grow up in the 805?
I did for most of my life, man. I went to Laguna Vista, and I went to Lemonwood for like elementary, and then from like 6th grade to I'd say 10th grade, we moved out to Pondale, Lancastered it, and even actually 3rd grade, I was like kind of out there in Palmdale and stuff, but we moved out there in 6th grade. I went to Acton for 6th, 7th and 8th, and then Palmdale for 9th and 10th. And then I moved back to Oxnard and went to Rio Mesa and then BC.
What was the first heavy metal album you bought?
The first heavy metal album I bought, I have to say it was probably Peace of Mind from Iron Maiden.
Yeah, sick.
And what year do you think you bought it?
Oh, I was in 6th grade. That, and I also bought I know I had a bunch of AC/DC. I know I had Motley Crue. I went through the whole like butt rock phase until I discovered Slayer and went from there.
Do you still like Shout Out the Devil, though? It's still a good record.
Oh, yeah,
don't you think?
man.
Yeah, I still think the first two are good records. They get played in the shop.
Yeah.
But
I watched that movie Dirt that they did. I thought that was pretty good.
it's pretty entertaining, huh?
Yeah.
It was like watching.
Yeah.
It was like watching the NWA version, the NWA movie.
Yeah.
It's like you're watching like the cookie cutter, like after school special version.
Yeah.
You know, they try to make it like a little edgy, so you feel like you're watching something, but it's like, oh, this is so like, it's so
Hollywood,
whitewashed, you know.
You know there was a lot
Right.
more that happened. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
but so
Yeah,
Joe,
I actually I did some thinking about like the whole, how did I get into the punk rock and Nardcore and stuff. And it was kind of like crazy, man. Like when I lived out there, I wasn't expecting to move back to Oxnard when I was in Palmdale. And when I did live in Palmdale, I lived in a 27-foot motorhome with my mom and dad, and we lived in like some trailer park type thing. And I'll never forget it because I was all bummed out. Like, man, I'm moving to fucking Oxnard. And there's a guy that lived there that was like an older, straight-edge metal punk rocker dude. And he was like, oh, you're moving to Nardcore? You're going to love it. And, he was like, seriously, this guy was like a shaman, dude. Like, we sat at some, like, campfire type thing. And he was like playing like Ill Repute, like he's like playing kind of American Kids. You're gonna love this, and like Dr. No, he had all of it, man.
Yeah, it was John Faniff when he had long hair.
Pretty much. And this guy like told my future, man. He was like, "You're gonna go down there and you're gonna go to shows and you're gonna start a band and you're gonna become friends with all these guys." And sure enough, man, like in 2 years' time of moving back to Oxnard, I did. I went to shows. My first Oxnard show was Ill Repute, Good Riddance, and Strung Out. No, it wasn't Strung Out. It was Good Riddance. I know it was Good Riddance and Ill Repute. It was I forget the name of the place now. It was downtown area there. It had like a tile floor. Some girl like thrashed her leg at it.
That was on B Street, the old Bank of Levy.
Yeah.
They're on B and 9th or something.
Yeah, it was like 95?
Yeah.
That's sick.
95.
Did you go in the pit?
Yes. It was slippery as hell.
Of course
though.
you did.
Yeah. Because it threw water. Eric Lentz threw water on the floor, so everyone was slip and slide.
That's crazy. So, Ray, what year did you start Crevice?
It was that same year. It was about 95. What's even crazier about that is like so here it was like I was undecided, like, all right, man, I'm going to start a band and all that stuff. And the same time that happened, I was out in Palmdale. I did my first show up there, and I was with the guys from Dead Rat. We did like a makeshift set for like a friend of mine that just passed away, and it was like a small riot, man. Like even before we played, we got beat up by a mariachi band. It was insane.
That rips. Yes. That's awesome.
Yeah, man.
Well, it was a sign of
so
good
insane.
things to come, huh? Sign of the chaos to come.
Dude.
Oh yeah.
Well, like that night, man, was like after all that happened, I was like, all right, I want to start a band, and like I forced it, man. Like I found a bunch of kids who were like doing Metallica covers, and I dragged them to LA and showed them what death metal was, and I was like, come on, man, we could do this.
Yeah.
And
do you remember what show did you take them to?
It was at the Anti Club. Believe it or not, it was Cold Chamber was playing.
Okay.
And it was like before they had that dude Dez or whatever his name is singing for him, and that blonde haired chick was playing bass, and there was like a fight in the crowd over. And it was the first like LA show I took them to, and
yeah,
it was at the Anti Club.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The Anti Club is sick. That was a perfect little spot.
Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah.
So cool. All right, so then you fire up the band, and what it was like. You're so in the punk scene, like you're like a main dude, but like you're playing music way outside of it. How do you feel about that?
It was rough, man. At first, man, like it's like sometimes it was like felt unloved a little bit, like come on, man, book us, let's get a show. I mean, I remember one time it was like a no motive gig, man, and like a band that was headlining didn't show up, and I called Vince and I was like, come on, dude, let's fucking play, dude, and sure enough, we did get a chance to play a little bit that night, but it was like, it was hard at first, man, I mean, I think the most like desperate thing I ever did was start having shows at this place that was like a loading dock for a Union 76 office.
Yeah.
And we called it the Secret Car Wash, and that was fucking cool, man.
Secret spot.
Yeah, the secret spot.
Yeah, so you were the catalyst for that thing?
Yeah.
That's sick. Dick Circus played there, right?
Dick Circus, all the We played there. Burning Dog did. Crevice, obviously. Hey.
Yeah.
Crevice, obviously.
We even had a couple of touring bands play there.
Yeah.
Who?
Really weird.
Profane Existence bands because they were, whatever attached to like those.
Shout out Minneapolis.
Yeah.
That's sick.
That's sick,
But I
dude.
just
Yeah,
can't
it was
remember
really
who.
cool.
So Ray, what was the
I
gnarliest?
want to say it
Go ahead.
was something like a teen idol type thing, maybe. I don't know. I don't remember the name exactly.
Yeah, those kids played out there too, and then they were all mad. They were.
Yeah.
The other Teen Idols,
other Teen
the
Idols,
pop punk one.
yeah.
Yeah.
And they were all mad.
Why?
I don't know, because nobody liked
There's a
them.
loading dock.
Yeah.
Well, that's what you get on tour.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty
know
cool. At
that.
least there was people there, right?
They got real bitter.
Oh yeah. Well, kick rocks.
It's like,
Yeah.
bring it.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah, anyway.
Ray, what's the gnarliest pit you've ever been in?
Oh, shoot. Probably the first time I saw Slayer, it was at the Palace.
Okay.
And it was the same night that played was also like Biohazard and Machine Head. It was just a ridiculous metal show.
Yeah. What album were they touring on?
It was during fucking, I believe it was probably Seasons of Abyss at the time.
Oh, the best.
It's crazy.
Best absolute time. That rules. Hey, that's the best live album ever, right? That Slayer, the double disc.
Oh, the double disc?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that thing rules, yeah.
By far.
Yeah, like
By
the
far.
best of
I
any
mean, you guys
Maybe
seen
Cheap
Slayer on
Trick
the-
live
on
at
the-
the Cobb, but
of any genre, dude.
Have
That's
you
the
guys-
best live album.
Yeah.
what's that, Ray?
Have you guys seen Slayer on this last tour they're doing?
I have not.
How was it?
You know my feelings. No Jeff, no
Well,
Slayer.
I still support him, man.
Yeah.
I've seen him 3 times in the last year, and dude, I enjoy it. And, doing a good set. I must say, like, I was really stoked. I got a chance to see Cannibal the last time with them. It was like one of the best Cannibal sets I've seen.
Yeah, the last year when I saw Cannibal, that was the best I've ever seen Cannibal. They were so good.
Yeah, it was something real mature about the way how they did it. It wasn't like, it didn't seem like it was forced, and it felt better.
Yeah. Cool. This past time I saw Maiden was the best I've ever seen them. Like,
just
Dude,
couple
that
weeks last
last
week.
couple
yeah,
weeks ago.
yeah, it was like
I
last
caught
week.
Maiden just a few. Yeah.
Dude, that's the best Bruce has ever sounded since I've seen him. I mean, the first time I ever saw him would have been 99 or 2000, whatever the Brave New World album was. But, like, this is the best I've ever heard him sound. It's amazing.
I've never seen him live. I miss it.
You got to go next time.
He's looking like that comedian though off of fucking HBO,
Yeah.
fucking Bill Murray or whatever.
He was wearing
He's looking like him, dude.
he was wearing some outrageous shit. Like, what the fuck is going on here? But that's him, dude. That's him. That's how he gets live, you know?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's cool, man. So, when the shaman in Lancaster was foretelling your future, he was like, "You're gonna move to Nard. You're gonna make friends. You're gonna be in a band." But did he say, "Don't go to that Creep Division show"?
At Skate Street.
I think honestly, I think what happened was the metal god slapped me that day. I went to the Creep Division F- show.
I know.
Like, because that's what I stepped out of bounds for a bit. I did a punk band for a while, the Shot in the Face,
Yeah.
and it was like kind of like initiation. Like, if you're gonna do that, Ray, we're gonna blow your knee out.
Yeah.
And dude, that was a fucked up night. But I had fun that night too. At the same time, like I don't know if Mike's ever said anything to you guys, man, but he gets me to the hospital, and Mike Woodgrain's with me, like a fucking good bro. And
Listen, 23rd, Mike.
he's sitting in the waiting room with me, like the little room they give you type thing,
Yeah.
And just to fuck with Mike, I was like, "Hey, Mike, would you hold my hand, dude?" And he's like, "What's going on?" I was like, "Is this cool? Is this cool, man?" Like, he totally was like, and he does it. And I was like, "You want to hold my cock, dude?" He's like, "Oh, fuck."
That's great. Yeah, I mean, I always thought that was the wildest thing about you going down to that show. It's like the man that has survived every pit on Earth goes down at kind of like a fun punk rock show.
Yeah.
A small,
Like a small fun pit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, it was such a weird break feeling too. Like, I mean, it wasn't like it hurt or nothing. It was just like this. I just felt like my leg collapsed.
Like, what exactly happened?
Somebody fell on him.
My knee dislocated out of it, man.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I wish we took pictures, man, because it was graphic, man.
You could have put it on an album cover.
Yeah. of you laying in the back of Woody's truck as you're driving away.
It'd be like the Ghetto Boys album cover.
Yeah.
Hey, at least Eddie gave me a Creep Division sweatshirt for it, man.
Well, Craig understood. He knew how much you were hurting. Craig's the singer in Creep Division because he's got blown out knee too. So he and I would share our braces on tour.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
It's intimate.
Oh, that's cute, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Ray, you got any other scene memories that you want to talk about?
Well, I guess my biggest accomplishments in the Nard of playing was, Crevice was, of course, like doing the death metal type thing, doing the first in the area that trying to get shows in that category. Then when I was doing Shot in the Face, man, our thing was, man, we had a cop at every show. And we had actually 12 cop cars raid our fucking practice space when we had like a smash party there.
Jesus.
179 kids with like alcohol and axes and hammers and everything to smash everything up. And 8 o'clock happens and the cops raided in on us. And I thought I was going to jail that night. They were like, hey, who are you here to see? And they'd point at us and point at me like, that guy. And I was like, fuck, I'm going. And I gave my keys to Adam. I was like, man, I'm going, dude. I'll accept this. But we had permission to be there, so we kind of got away with that.
You could have just put on a baseball hat and blended in.
Yeah.
No, the DRI hat was like a fucking beacon, dude.
Yeah, that's right. You had that DRI
hat. I still have the DRI hat.
That's amazing.
Fuck yeah. Hey, that's the mascot band of this pod.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Who am I?
Who am I, DRI?
DRI.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And then, from years later, though, of course, in Coma was actually the last band I did in the Nard, but there was actually a second run of In Coma. The first time I did In Coma was with Tyler Castro and Vince Dickhead from Crevice, and then Mike from Eat Shit and Die, which what I was also in at the beginning with Eat Shit and Die. And so that was In Coma, and then we went that faltered with Vince and Tyler, whatever. I just didn't want to keep going with that. And later, it started up again with another In Coma band with Sean O'Kelly, which was kind of cool. I guess Henry from Aggression taught Sean how to play guitar, and it was kind of a weird, well, that's cool, man. I was like Sean the Face. I played lots of shows with Aggression, got a chance to meet Henry, And then Sean's like, yeah, that's the guy that taught him how to play. And I was like, well, that's cool, man. What a tight knit. And then Joe Billingerry and Danny Fitz. And then you got Mike from Crevice, Eat Shit and Die, the fucking come in. And that was a fun band until things raveled apart. But I never will probably ever live down the church show.
The church show. Do you know about the church show?
Nah, so tell the story.
Tell the church show story, Ray.
Well, that was seriously I was surprised again I didn't go to jail or anything for it, but so here we are, we're playing a church, man, and the promoter of the church is bragging about how they're going to pull the plug on us. And
why they have the show then?
I don't know.
They didn't know what they were in for.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
Word.
So I totally got the attitude. I was like, "Give one fucking back guy, I'll give one back guy," And I went to I took my food stamps, went down to some place in Oxnard and bought a pig head for $23 in food stamps, and donned it up with like chicken bones and like food coloring and corn syrup, whatever, to try to like horrify it some more type thing. Hid it inside of a Rubbermaid container, and
like it's a merch box.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I get to the venue early. I don't even sign their contract or nothing like that. I drank like a 6-pack of Ice House out in the parking lot. Some kid comes up, hey man, Incoma rules, man. You want some mushrooms? I'm like, sure, just being cool, and this kid, like, I thought you'd like just give me like a little bit, as a kid,
Yeah.
No, he had a fucking trash bag. He gives me like a handful of the damn thing, and I ate them right then,
Of course.
And,
We don't want to get caught with them.
Right, and they're gonna break apart in your pocket anyways. So, anyways, yeah. Here it is, like song 3 we're in, and I'm already like out of my skull tripping. And I before we even set up, I asked him, "Hey, can we take the crosses off the stage?" And they're all no. And I was like, "Well, can we have more of them then?" And I set the crosses towards the front of the stage, like I thought they were kind of great for like a Black Sabbath effect almost,
Yeah.
And so, anyways, the show starts, and then I third song in, so they cut out the PA, and I yell at the band, "Go into the instrumental!" And they right away, like fucking go into the instrumental. I get the pig head out, and I think like I swing it around like it's like a Morning Star type thing, and I just like gave it to the crowd, the pig head, and the crowd taking this pig head, and they're like throwing it all over the place. The pastor's chasing it. I mean, I see this head getting thrown up in the air and shit. I'm even trying to grab it a few times, and I was like, man, how can I top this? And a voice in my head said, "Get fucking naked." And I was like, fuck yeah, let's do it. So I fucking stripped down naked, man, and I was like, first I was doing like every Judas Priest pose I could do while I was naked, and then after the Judas Priest poses, I was like, all right, let's try T.T. Allen, So I like spread my like butt cheeks on the stage, and then
Holy shit.
the cross, man. When one of the crosses on stage, I act like I was crucified naked, and then I act like I was masturbating on it, and then Pastor like tackled his cross to save it, and then I finally got the pig head back. I act like I was like screwing the pig head. I threw that back out the crowd, and then I got my clothes back on just at the end of the song. They're like pushing me out the door, And as we're leaving the parking lot, the cops are pulling in. And for like 6 months after that, I had to like dodge cops at shows, man. Like I would be like, we play a set, and I hear someone go, "Hey Ray, the cops are out front." Oh fuck, man! I'm bailing out, and so I called an entertainment lawyer. Like, what can I do, man, to like not get arrested for this? Like, what can I do? And the entertainment lawyer's like, "Well, you got to do the same act a few times." And so I was like, I got to do the same act, and he's like, "Well, you got to do something that's extreme, and then use that for your argument. That you should have known better before you got in there." So one of the shows, man, I felt bad, man, that we were documenting me doing something gross, and it happened to be on Main Street. And Scott Porchel and some chick, I forget her name, they put the show together, and we were playing with some Swedish band. And I ended up like drinking the whole day. I ate like pizza. I mean, I was just gnarly partying the whole day. I even told Graham, like, "Hey man, I can't really play this set. I got to do something gross. What should I do?" And Graham's all, "Puke in the pitcher and drink it." And I was like, "Done. I can do that." And then I was like, I saw this guy that was doing tattoos for the band. And I was like, "Hey man, this is what I'm doing, man. I got to drink my own puke. So let's try to do the top that." And he's all, "Stick your balls in it." And I was like, "All right, I can do that." And so I get on stage, and we're wasted, sloppy, playing. Well, I was, and I sure enough, man, I puked in the pitcher. I filled the sucker up, drank it back down, and stuck my balls in it though before I drank it down.
Oh, dude.
Half the crowd like takes off out of there, like gagging or whatever from the see me fucking puking drinking it. And there was this one guy there. I didn't get his name. I've only ran into this guy like twice in my life, or maybe 3 times. And he kind of like Steve-O, but he was like bigger. He was like, "Fuck yeah, fuck yeah!" Like he was like into it, like I was drinking my own vomit. And that was a pretty intense night. And I think Scott was a little upset with me. And I even like later thought about like, "Fuck man, we just ruined a new venue for bands to play."
Slightly.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right, Ray. You got anything else? Or?
Hey, real quick, was Graham in that version of In Coma with you?
Graham was with Eat Shit and Die.
Okay, that was Eat Shit and Die. Okay. Graham Cleese.
Drums.
Yeah,
Yeah, he played drums.
yeah.
Yeah, with Shitty Steve.
Yeah, Steve. Oh man,
Shitty Steve. Let's call
I
it.
miss that guy.
Let's call it Shitty
I miss
Steve.
that guy. Oh,
yeah. You don't want to do
well, yeah.
Okay.
I miss that guy, though. I hurt his feelings really bad. I pulled his prank on him, dude, and it went bad.
Well, let's hear the story.
Like, well, what happened was, like, he shows up at the Kenji Shack where I was staying, and we're all getting drunk and stuff. I took like, some soap, type shit, and I wiped on his face, and he was like, "What's that?" And I was like, "Well, that's my man juice, dude. I just, like, rubbed my jizz on your cheek." And he's like, "That's fucked up, man." He all pissed off. And this girl, Callie, like, smelled my hand. She goes, "Oh, it's real." And it's just like, fuck with him more, And he got all pissed off. And Steve left the Kenji Shack. And for like 2 weeks after that, he was telling everyone, like, "Ray is so fucked up. He rubbed jizz on my face." And I was like, what is he going around telling people this for, man? Like, girls were like calling me going, "Did you really do that?" Yeah.
Oh man.
Holy shit.
All right. Well, that's a good note to
good.
end on.
Yeah, I'd be pissed.
You got anything for the mighty Ray Crevice, Stu?
No, I think that's summed it up.
Ray, it's Joe. I love you, man. I miss you.
Yeah, I miss you guys, man. I miss the Nard.
Yeah, I miss your art.
Any Nard band comes out this way, man, I can help you guys get a show, man. Skatopia loves a lot of Nard bands. I mean, if it was any closer, man, that'd be a great place for Nard Fest.
Hell yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, West Virginia is absolutely beautiful. When I was driving up to Uniontown, Pennsylvania, I'd never been through West Virginia, and so I made that my route so I could cut into it. I went through, what's the capital? Charleston?
Charleston, yeah.
Yeah, Charleston is absolutely beautiful. It looks just like Portland. It was absolutely beautiful.
Yeah,
and then
It's a really nice looking state.
yeah, and then that drive from Charleston up to Pennsylvania is like absolutely beautiful ass America. Like that highway was awesome. Like it was, you could still go fast. Like I was going 65 in like a 26-foot Penske or whatever, but like it was nice and windy and beautiful and green, and it was absolutely amazing. So a lot of people shit on West Virginia because they, whatever, people they feel good in their house and shit. But people should get out and travel and see all of America because it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
I did see something that was Nard here, though, when I first moved here. There was a no motive sticker in the record store.
That's
Sick.
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 Yeah.
Yeah, dude. That was fucking cool. I was like, fuck yeah. And nowadays, man, like with the Night Demon, dude, I see their shirts at shows. I went when I went to Maiden, I saw Night Demon shirts. And it's like, man, it's so great to see that the Nard is still playing. And I heard, I just recently heard Nails recently, and that fucking band, dude, where, Todd Jones's band, where the fuck did that come from? That thing's amazing.
Well, that came right from his soul.
Yeah.
All that darkness.
All that IT guy darkness.
So, hell yeah, Ray. We were so glad to get you on the pod.
That was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
All right. Thanks so much. And Joe will reach out to you to let you know like when it's going to air and stuff.
Cool, man.
Cool. Thanks, Ray.
Okay, Ray.
All right,
See ya.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bye.
Later.
I hit the stop record button instead of the turn off the phone button, and I haven't even had a drink yet. Speaking of, I'd like to go get ice. But who are we getting next?
How about Chuck? He just messaged me.
Oh,
What
yeah.
are you guys calling?
He's ready to go?
He's ready to go.
All right.
Yeah, we'll do Chuck then.
David's at 6:30.
Yeah, David and then Robert.
Okay. Let me text Lance and let him know. You last, fool.
We're still recording?
Yeah, it's recording.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes. So, who are we calling?
Chuck.
All right, let's get
You're
Chuck.
going to get ice first?
No, call Chuck and then I'll run and get ice.
Okay.
Or I'll run and, oh, sorry, it's on me, huh? Here we go. Chuck S. You started off, John. Introduce him, please.
Hello?
Chuck.
Hey.
Hey, it's Joe.
Hey,
Come on, Joe.
And Stu and Zach. And you are on the...
the legend Joe Rivas'
come on.
guest podcast of 185 miles south.
Nice.
Hey, can you hear us
No
okay?
way.
Yeah.
Can you hear us okay?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Well, Chuck, you
hear me okay?
sound you
yeah,
sound like
sound
the
good.
best phone guest we've ever had.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we need to
Oh,
find
sure.
out exactly where you're located and what type of phone you're using, so we
Send
can
everybody there.
get one out. Yeah. Do you mind hosting all the phone guests at your
Different
house?
location. If I told you, I'd have to kill you.
I know where you live.
Yeah. So, Joe, introduce Chuck, please.
Chuck is he's the drummer, currently the drummer for Ill Repute, and what's your other band? Who else you
The
playing?
loads.
No, the Loads. Yeah, the Loads. Chuck has been in Nada. He was in Burning Dog for a while. Chuck was in Caught Off Guard. No, not Caught Off Guard. In Critchen. Which other band were you in with Forrest and Tony?
That was it.
Yeah. And then you were also in the band with Dave Bush and Kippy. What was that? The Love Junkies?
The Love Junkies, yeah.
Yeah.
I've been in Born Again Atheist, Mother of Dissension.
Oh, Mother's
I
Day.
filled in The Last Priority.
Sick.
Love that band.
I'm open to pretty much anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Well, because you're a fantastic drummer, so.
Chuck,
Why, thank you.
Chuck, how did you get the call to be into Ill Repute? Like, how did that come about?
Me and Tony had previously been playing with Forrest in Critchen, right? And then so Tony knew about me, and Ill Repute, the full original Ill Repute was getting back together.
For the Hickey benefit.
Right.
Yeah.
For-
What year was that?
Right, 2000?
01. Mark died in 01.
That was the Rodeo Center in Winnipeg.
That's where it ended up finally, but it kept getting delayed and delayed.
Okay.
That's actually pertinent to the story of how Chuck got in.
Oh, cool.
I think, right, Chuck? Because they
Right.
were going to do it with Carl, but then it kept getting delayed, and then Carl's like, "I'm out."
Yeah, Carl had a previous obligation, so he was having a hard time making a commitment to the band and the whatever the commitments the band had going on. So Tony called me, and I pretty much knew after the first couple of sentences what he was asking, and I told him, I'll listen to the music, and I'll be ready to audition. And when do you want me? And he said, how about, I can't remember how long it was, but it wasn't a very long time. It was maybe 10 days or 2 weeks. And I came in and I nailed, I don't know, it was about 9 or 10 songs right away.
Yeah.
And the rest is history.
How did you approach some of that stuff? Because like the fast beat that Carl uses on What Happens Next is like non-traditional.
Yeah.
I just think of it as a 1-2 beat.
Yeah.
It's and there's no ands.
Yeah.
The monkey beat.
It's like it's a weird beat, right?
Yeah, it's crazy. It reminds me of like the Suicidal, like the first Suicidal record beat. Like
It is a little bit like that.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard one. I can do that with my mouth, but I can't do that one.
like you can't even.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, almost with that like a skip in there or something.
Yeah.
Weird. Yeah.
Like a gallop.
It's a gallopy
Yeah.
circle pit beat. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
wild. It's wild. So that had to be exciting, huh? Like, I got to join Ill Repute.
That was exciting. I that night that night after I hung up the phone with Tony, I couldn't sleep.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and then get right to practicing the next day.
oh yeah, I was on it. Like I think I listened to the music. I listened to the CD 3 times the next day, and then the day after that, I set up my drums and I was practicing.
Yeah. And so what was the first show you played with them?
The first show I played was Ojai Women's Center.
Right, which was
And
going to be
it was,
it was supposed to be the warm-up show for the Mark Hickey, right?
I don't know if it was the Mark show or the Henry show.
I don't know. We're trying to piece this all together now. I think
I think the Mark show happened and they weren't ready,
yeah.
and so they just waited till
Oh,
the Henry show. Well, not waited because they didn't expect Henry to die as well, but
but there was a couple years in between. Henry
between shows,
between Mark. Oh yeah.
Mark Hickey and
Between Mark and Henry,
it
there
was
was
10 months.
Henry's.
only 10 months between the two.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Oh my god, that's so crazy.
Yeah.
Well, my timeline is all fucked up. We should do something so we can document the scene and piece it all together.
Maybe we did the Mark show
Yeah.
really quick, and then the Henry one got delayed several times because we did the Roadhouse thing for him like a week or two after his passing, and then we did the show at the theater where.
Oh, that's right. The Mark Hickey one. Yeah, it might have been the Henry show, because the Mark one there was a big Ventura Theater show that actually happened.
Yeah, RKL played. I mean, Jason
Yeah.
was still alive, and I remember that Jason playing, singing, and me just being blown away by him still at, however old he was at that time.
Yeah.
Just crazy.
Yeah.
Amazing. And Derek was
Cheetah hair.
still alive too because he was playing drums.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyway, sorry, Chuck. We're talking about you.
No problem.
Enough about us. More about Chuck. Go ahead, Joe.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Ask him a question.
Yeah. So, how did you get into Burning Dog? Why did you get into Burning Dog?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah, it's a terrible choice.
Maury was I don't remember exactly what was going on. There was a medical issue with Maury.
A medical. That's a nice way to put it.
So when he got shot.
When he got
And,
shot. Yeah.
You got shot. That's right. And he got sent back east somewhere or something.
Yeah.
And so I came to fill in.
Yeah.
And
you did great. We played a couple shows with you, 3 or 4 shows, and then we had you record with us a couple songs because Maury came back and played.
When was this?
Okay, but this time with feeling. Chuck plays a couple songs on that.
Rad.
Every Joe demo is done over a several year span.
Yeah.
It
From
ends up
Burning
that
Dog
way.
to Out of Trust.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna move to
Italy.
I'm just gonna move to Italy in the middle of this demo recording. Yeah, I'll get to it when I'm back.
I'll track second guitars later.
Don't worry about it. It's cool.
10 years later.
It's cool. Continuity doesn't matter. Now, Chuck played on Fire Still Burns. He played on the metal song with Maury, which isn't on you can't access that, but
Exclusive track that
exclusive
Private
yeah.
SoundCloud.
A couple other songs. My tribute song to Ill Repute that I sent that to you guys the other day. Mm-hmm. Chuck's playing on that one, and then he ends up in the band. Shortly thereafter, which is kind of funny.
That is cool.
Yeah.
Chuck, why did Ill Repute? You guys got to go to Europe, no? I heard you guys are super popular over there. You gotta
I don't know.
represent.
Yeah, I'm getting kind of reports about that too.
Yeah.
I don't know if it'll happen. I got my fingers crossed.
Yeah, it'd be so awesome.
Oh yeah.
Because you are a part of Ill Repute now, the forebearers of Nardcore. I mean, we're so lucky to have like a band like that that's so ripping still.
Still.
You know.
I'm really surprised that it's become a popular thing, like the whole scene.
People just really care around here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Nice.
It's like, it's so deep, and people just like get it around here, and they just care to run with it and keep it alive.
It's a little bit like I think that with scenes that aren't like major cities, there's a little chip on the shoulder thing.
Sure.
To where you might be a little more protective and also maybe a little more supportive of bands of one, because like at least Stu and I have both talked a lot about there not really being jealousy in between bands.
No.
And that may have been different with you and your crew coming up, or maybe it wasn't.
Oh, there was a little bit of that, but not, it sort of disappeared.
Yeah.
We never had that,
Yeah.
like Burning Dog didn't, but there was certainly some of that came.
Like people were jealous of you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I never
upset at us,
Yeah,
for
like
whatever reason.
Well, just like when Dead Heat blew up, it was like, fuck yeah, Dead Heat blew up.
Yeah.
There was no
everyone's
like,
excited
why
about it.
not me?
Yeah.
It's like that's just so sick to have a newer band from the Nard blow up.
Yeah.
Period. So
yes.
So people just want to see Ill Repute more. That's all we want.
yeah, basically, and we want
And a new record.
a
Yeah,
couple
new
new
record.
songs. Yeah, I would say do a 7-inch, like an EP. LP is so ambitious, dude. No.
Yes.
But
Joe wants it. I think Chuck looking in Joe Rivas's puppy dog eyes right now. I think what Joe's saying right now is he already ghost wrote your record.
In Italy.
He's like, let me, he wrote "And Now," but he wants a second shot.
I didn't write "And Now."
He wants the second shot.
Jammed that the other day. It was so good.
Oh, you're on board now.
I was always on board.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you hadn't listened to that one.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay.
Yeah. I think I was knocking it.
Oh no.
No.
You didn't knock it. You just hadn't heard it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wrote portions of some songs.
Yeah. You wrote the.
That was mainly Forrest, though.
You wrote the song that was talking shit about me and my friends.
Yep, that one.
See your label creeping up on me.
I feel your label creeping up on me, and now you're claiming Oxnard hardcore pride.
Label. Are you a label?
Who played drums on that record?
I'm labeled as
Little
fucking stunningly handsome.
Hey, Chuck, what about your artwork? I've seen you've been posting a bunch of art. That's really cool. I didn't know back in the day that you were into, that you were creative in that respect as well. So
That
I've had
the psychobabblology cover could have been so much better if you would have known that Chuck was an artist.
no shit. Although that cover that came from the guy that died that I replaced in the band. So we used his artwork.
Well,
Damn. Zach.
I just stepped into a giant turd. I think on that note, I'm gonna go get some ice.
Yeah.
You want to pull that foot out of your mouth?
Yeah. I mean, I fucking love that album cover. God damn it.
It's super cheesy. I get it.
Great
I get it.
album.
But we wanted to tribute our friend that we lost, so that's why we
Yes.
used it. It was a 7-inch for a punk rock band, so who cares? And now you know.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So yeah, talk about your art, Chuck. That's so awesome. I didn't know that either.
Well, I've had this talent in my back pocket all my life, and I never really practiced it and nurtured it. And it's just the past couple of years, maybe I've really gotten into it and decided, you know what, I don't want to work my whole life, which seems to be what people are doing these years. You don't retire anymore. You just work until you die.
Yeah.
I don't want to work like that. So, I'd rather do something that I like to do. So I'm just trying to transition into art now. and that's where I'm at with it. I try to do realism. I'm trying to do people, portraitures, and I'm getting there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting better. Every new thing you post looks better and better and better. I'm like, oh man, that's so good.
Yeah, Chuck, are you posting underneath your personal account, or are you starting a business account for it?
Actually, I have an Etsy. I have an account on Etsy.
Go ahead and shout out what that is so people can look.
Oh, it's Chuck Shultz on Etsy.com.
Cool.
Sweet.
So just
And
Google.
if you just Google Chuck Schultz art or Chuck Schultz artist, it comes up.
Yeah. Spell your last name.
SCHULTZ.
All right. The most basic way.
Just how it sounds.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. So everyone needs to do that. Google Chuck Schultz art. Go on his Etsy page. And let's help the man fucking retire, dude.
Yeah.
Or retire from shitty jobs and get to do his dream job.
Just art and playing.
Dude, art and Ill Repute.
Yeah, what the fuck?
And then we can all that shit we talked about not ever being jealous of other bands. We'll just be like, I fucking want Chuck's life, dude. All he does is do art and play an Ill Repute. Why can't I do art and play an Ill Repute? Fuck.
Take my life now. I'm still digging ditches, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you need that money, so you should send Shelby to college.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a drummer, an artist, father, husband, a model, actor. I'm a writer, dancer, other. I do birthdays and weddings and bar mitzvahs, quinceañeras, sweet 16s, and funerals.
That's great.
I take cash, all major credit cards, Apple Pay and PayPal.
Bitcoin.
And,
Yeah, and he's a plumber.
Unusual trades.
oh, sick.
Yeah,
And I'll come over and poke through your shit for
literally.
He'll
Thank you
snake
for
your
that.
bathtub. So, well, that's great. Chuck, I was so excited to have you on. And now I'm trying to check off my full Ill Repute list. So yesterday, I finally did Jimmy. And then, so I got all the original members. And now I got Chuck. Now we just got to do Libkey and Nashaya, I think.
Yeah.
Because we did Joe.
Chris McGee.
Okay, so we got to do Chris McGee. We got to do
We get
Forrest.
later tonight.
We're going to get Forrest tonight. Did Chris McGee play it on the end now as well?
Yes,
Okay. Yeah. Cool.
and then whoever. Yeah, no, yeah.
That's about it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so thanks so much for doing it, Chuck.
Maybe Vallejo too, but
Hey, no problem, man. Hey, thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. Anything else for Chuck, Joe?
no, Chuck. Thank you for being available for this.
Yeah, thanks so much
thanks,
for
man.
doing it. And
problem.
thanks for keeping Ill Repute alive, dude. You're the man. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll never leave as long as Ill Repute's a band. I will volunteer to be the drummer.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, because hey, Stu plays drums too, and
Yeah.
all
He's
Stu wants to
waiting.
do also is do art and play drums for
Yeah,
Ill
I do.
Repute.
That's all. I just want to make flyers and rip Fred style and fucking play drums.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
all I want to do.
Yeah, man. All right, Chuck.
Sounds good to me.
Thanks so much.
Round
All
Chuck.
right, no problem.
See you,
See
buddy.
you, buddy.
Peace.
Yeah. Hey, good tip, Joe,
What's that?
about pointing at your phone.
No, okay, I was like,
We should sign. Don't do this.
all right, sorry about the pictures. Just have like pencils and blank
Well,
sheets
it's like
of paper.
you find like in doing this stuff, like doing things the slow way is actually like the wrong way to do it. You know, like you're like, oh, if I fold this burrito wrapping very slow and tuck it in the bag very slow, it won't be so loud. And it's like
so
no,
funny. It's
Like, you
just as
hear
worse,
him
yeah.
do that whole burrito.
it's just longer,
I
dude.
should have just brought it like up here and did it. Like,
It's just longer, dude. You got to rip that Band-Aid.
Yeah.
You know. So
Get
All
some
right.
ice, dude.
right, you want to
Yeah.
take a pause and get some ice?
yeah, or you guys could chitter chat and talk shit while I'm gone. Tell the people how you really feel.
Yeah. Yeah, beers in that.
All right,
ice-
all
in that,
Yeah. Let's pause.
So my brother, when he was living in Baja, La Bufadora in Ensenada, he like made the skateboard with no power tools.
Okay.
Completely eyeballing the whole thing with a saw, and drills. Not even, it was all, he had like a hand drill. I don't even know where the fuck you find one of those.
Yeah.
And then he like found this little Mexican dude.
You get a Rockler, dude. Come on.
Yeah. And he's like, hey, like, he gave him all these like pieces of art for him to burn into it. Mm-hmm. And he's like, put this Nardcore sign and have it say Nardcore. And the guy put Nardcore, but it said Nordcore because he put the Oxnard O where the A is in Nard.
Uh-huh.
So it just says Nordcore.
Did I ever tell you a story about one time we played The Smell, and it was with Desperate Measures, and there's this homeless dude that came up. He was like, oh, can I get $1 or whatever? And the Desperate Measures guys are like, oh, if we can stencil our logo on your back, the back of your jacket, like we'll give you $5 or whatever. I'm like, guy's like, cool. So they use a stencil, put it on his back or whatever. So this other homeless guy comes up and he's like, hey, I want to get some money too. And we're like, well, that guy, we just stencil the back with the logo, like if we can do the In Control logo, we'll give you $5 too. He's like, all right, cool. So we do like the Nardcore sign and IC on both sides, So this third homeless guy comes up and he's like, what's up, dude? I want some money too. And so we tell him like, yeah, well, we're putting our band names on like guys' backs and, taking a photo and shit. So I guess if you want to do it, we can do it too, like whatever. Yeah. And the guy's like, all right, cool. And the singer of fucking Desperate Major just spray paints on a giant cock and balls on his back.
That's so good.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna call the
Current Ripper.
The current Ripper. Yeah. What do you call that? Like, you'd
Drummer?
say like a prince, the new prince of Nardcore.
Yeah. I was just say Popper, but I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Prince.
The up and comer, who's already like a reigning rager.
The youth.
The youth, dude.
The youth.
The youth.
Hell yeah. We are gonna call David Conflict.
Yeah.
From Civil Conflict. Let's see how it goes.
Voicemail.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 8052118 is not available.
Take it away.
At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Shit. Not expect that. Oh shit.
That'll blow his mind.
Yeah. That's what he gets.
That was so, dude. Shout out to Rick to Life.
Yeah. Who's next?
Let's call Robert Whitfield.
All right. The man I have listed as Bert.
Yeah, Bert. We all know him as Bert, and if you're listening, Robert is one of my oldest friends and one of the best moshers in the 805 currently. And he's just been going to shows as long as I have, and I think he's a really good representation of my generation. Yeah, he's my climbing partner, and met that guy in gym class, and we've just been going to shows for fucking forever. He's always been the fifth member of pretty much every band I've ever been in.
Let's call this man with good grip strength. Yeah. I gotta figure out how to do that.
Hello?
Yo, what up, Robert?
Hey, sir.
It's Zach, myself, and the legendary Joe Rivas.
Yeah.
The legendary Joe Rivas.
Come on, man. He's doing it to me.
He's not just legendary, dude. He's the legend.
Yeah, the legend.
Yeah, I know. And he just had a birthday, too. Happy birthday again, man.
Yeah, thanks, buddy.
Happy 39th, Joe.
18 finally.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck yeah. What do you got going on, dude?
Nothing. Just at home right now. Sawtell Avenue on Silver Strand.
Dude, the Strand.
You're currently nutting. How many screens do you have open?
At the moment, 0.
Oh, fuck, dude. I met you on the bus. I lived on Oxnard Shores, and that was like, that route was from Shores to Hollywood Beach to Strand. Pretty sure I met you through that, and we had weight training together.
We did, man. Coach Beckham.
Yeah.
You were the first person in history to have the bar fall on you doing a power clean.
Yeah, and he didn't help me up. He just watched it fall, and then I just sat there with the fucking clean bar on my throat, and he's just like, you fucked up. But what I always remember with you, because I when I moved to Oxnard, I was into punk rock, but more into like the crusty stuff, and you were into hardcore and shit, and I remember you kind of like turned me on to all that stuff, just by being like, yo, you gonna go to the show this weekend? Are you gonna slam?
Well, yeah, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, you moved to Oxnard back in like 2006-ish. It would have been like our junior year of high school, and that was the time that Alpine is really cranking out a lot of those shows all the time.
Yeah. I think the first show you mentioned, if I was gonna go, was like it was like Lights Out. Yeah, who played that? It was like Lights Out, Guns Up, if I'm not, or Go It Alone or something like that.
I think you're mixing up a couple of shows, but I think the first show I went to with you was like a smaller show. Like, I think we went to go see like maybe Blackout, Stop, Look, Listen, maybe Ability.
No, there was one before that. It was the Retaliate played that one. It was Brass Monkey Retaliate. Internal Affairs.
No, Brass Monkey Downpresser.
Yeah, but it was when they were Brass Monkey.
Oh, you're saying we played too?
Yeah.
Oh,
you guys did play.
Okay. Well, who was the best band that night? No fucking question.
Internal Affairs.
I think that was the night that Corey was either sick or fucked himself up, and he couldn't sing, and he had everyone else sing songs.
No, that was the last.
No, that was the last Alpine show.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
Like the last Alpine hardcore show.
Gotcha.
I think the last Alpine show was just like Set Your Goals with some other like pop punk bands.
Yeah, the Briggs. I remember Todd Jones kicked me out of that show because I snuck in.
Well, yeah, you paid the security guards $5 to sneak in the back.
Yeah.
Fucked up.
Yeah, I fucked up.
And then Todd kicked you out?
He did, yeah.
What about the kids, Todd?
Yeah, what about when me and Todd tried to sneak into the Bad Brains show at Ventura Theater? We made it all the way up the stairs on the outside and into the balcony. And then we got chased out by a security guard, like back down those stairs. Like, that would be so funny if you saw it from the street. Me and Todd running from some fucking gnarly dude.
Oh, fuck.
You know?
I'm pretty sure Stu got back in, though. He just had to pay full price, so he paid twice to go to the same show.
I played twice to like see bands I didn't really want to see. I just wanted to be there because it was like the last Alpine show.
Don't let Stu play down his Set Your Goals love.
Yeah. Well, dude, how'd you get into hardcore anyway?
Well, growing up in Oxnard, it's pretty like entwined in the culture, but I got into hardcore actually my freshman year of high school. In English class, I saw a girl wearing, of all things, an In Control shirt. And then I was like, oh, I should check out this band. She told me it was sick. And then we had a friend, Trevor Wallace, who played drums in that band, Take Your Best Shot, later that year and whatnot, was just like a scene kid at that area of the time. He actually gave me a burned copy of Another Year he had, but here's the funny thing. He gave it to me burned completely backwards order. So it was outro, 2 towers, and then just like 20 minutes of nothing. And I was always like, oh, that seems like a weird choice. But yeah, from there I got like some more of the local stuff. I got like Vendetta, the Warriors had just released War as Hell that year, and everything kind of cascaded from there.
Yeah. Zach's feeling really old right now.
Why?
That was a cool year for hardcore, though, because it was not only was it like the kind of like the tail end of the In Control era, but like the Warriors, Vendetta, and all of them started popping off.
Yeah.
And Skate 3 was doing like a lot of shows.
Yeah, Skate Street Alpine. A lot going to a lot of shows with you. It was like mobbing with like Alex Edwards to a lot of those Casa shows, and just getting.
Well, that was like right at like the tail end of the Alpine era, and then like was kind of like a bummer because like us being in high school, it was really easy to like go to Ventura, like get dropped off there before we could drive. But once that venue kind of closed for us, it became a little harder to like go to shows. And I remember a lot of the shows that Alpine was going to have got picked up by the Casa de la Raza.
A lot of good shows.
So we
there.
started mobbing out to Santa Barbara.
Yeah, you mean.
And Alex, being 2-3-ish years older than us, was willing to drive since he had that like shitty little red car with all the stickers on it.
The shitty number 24 red car.
23.
23, the Ricky Bobby car.
Yeah.
Hilarious enough, going to shows with Ricky Bobby, who was like no shape or form like tied to hardcore punk. He just like.
Well, Alex was. You guys know like the Channel Islands like sport fishing area that's like in between like Strand and like just Channel Islands.